Hi everybody, it's Mark Shelsh here. This is the Mark Art Show coming to you from Galleria de las Islas in Metro Manila, Philippines. And I thought today I would talk to you about something, because it's a Sunday, something a little different. Not so much about selling and all those things that I normally talk about, but what I want to talk about is you and knowing you. A lot of artists contact me, they're going through some really difficult things, lots suffering with, setbacks and really discouraging things that stop them. And of course we know that, I can easily come out and say, well, come on, you've got to be positive and respond. But often that's not the right thing to say. Often that's not what we need to do. You may have had an exhibition in the last few weeks or months and there was no sales, and that's a really crushing thing. And we really need to kind of work through that, not just, jump up and down and be excited. That doesn't work. Often we've got to work through them. Communication with people kind of breaks down a bit, and you don't feel like you want to get out there and be with people. Also, as an artist, sometimes the criticism can become too much. And it doesn't take much criticism to become too much. I know myself, if you get a negative comment, and you get, 100 great comments, that negative comment for some reason niggles away at us as if it's the truth and the rest is not the truth. And we know that these negative things can eat into us. So guys, I want to talk about a few things that I think may help you. A few skills that I have learned that I put into practice, and maybe they'll work for you as well. I'm not sure. Maybe they will help you a little bit. If you don't agree with what I say, well, fine. Then just dismiss it. I have no problem with that as well. Because what I'm telling you, some people may think I'm reaching into an area that I shouldn't be in. But, I care about people. And one of the things I know people don't know is their own self-awareness. Being aware of what makes them them. And this is one thing that holds a lot of people back. So, okay, I'm going to give you some little things that I do, some steps that I do, some little things that I work through when facing difficulties that may help you. And if they do, great. If they don't, great. That's up to you. It's really that kind of thing. So when general problems and things come and we begin to get overloaded and we really feel like the whole world's against us and nobody's for us and things are happening shouldn't happen, I got 3 things you should do. These 3 strategies I hope will work for you. Number 1, let's think. Imagine something that you can do right now that would really make you feel, not overly happy, but just feel comfortable, nice, that gentle feeling. It might be getting up and going for a walk. It might be, my favorite, eating some chocolate. It might be having a cup of coffee with somebody. It might be going to your spouse or your partner and just having a big hug. Something that you can do. And I'm not talking $1 million won't make you happy. None of that kind of thing. Something that you can do right now. Maybe go and grab one of the grandkids and give them a big hug, or go and grab one of your children and do that. Or best of all, go to your partner, give them a hug, and hold on, and just let the warmth of that touch you. Something that will make you happy. Maybe go for a walk. One of my favorite things to do when I'm in Australia is to go for a walk in Shorncliffe, which is in Brisbane, along Cabbage Tree Creek. That just makes me feel so peaceful. All the problems just fade away as I look at the water, and that's what we need to do. So, first thing is, imagine something that you can do right now, that you can do that will make you feel comfortable, better, calm, peaceful. Okay? That's what I want you to do. Now the next one's a strange one, but it's something that I practice. Next thing, think of the one person in your life that you've known that you really cared about, and they cared about you and always was ready to listen to your problems and your issues that you had. Maybe it was mom, maybe it was dad, maybe it was grandma, maybe it was grandpa. I don't know. You know. But what you've got to do is find a quiet, calm place by yourself. Close your eyes Imagine that person sitting with you and tell them how you feel. Get it all out. Tell them again how you feel. You know they love you. You know they care about you. They mightn't be here anymore, but they still love you, still care about you. Empty it out. Talk about these things. Talk to them about these things. You don't need an answer. Honestly, you don't need an answer because you've got the answer. It's within. But you need to talk about it, and you need to talk to somebody that you really believe cares about you. That's the big thing. Someone you know cares about you. Excuse me. Someone you know cares. That is the person we need to speak to. That's what I do. So just talk. Just talk about all the things. Just get it out. Say it the way it is. Talk to them like you talk to them. Calmly and quietly lay out how you feel. So important to do that. Get your feelings out. Too many people keep their feelings in. Now, the good reason I say you've got to talk about is I want you to hear what you say. You have to hear it. You can't sit there and say it in your mind. You've got to say it out loud. Excuse me. I don't know why I've got a frog in the throat. Say out loud so you can hear the words you're saying. It's very important to hear your words. Now, once you've done that and you've unburdened and you're feeling a little bit better, the third step you've got to make. Yourself. You need to know you. Okay, so you've said all these words, you've felt better, you've had a talk, now you've got to know you. The question you've got to ask yourself is this: what can I do now to improve me, or my life, or my relationships, or my art? What can I do it now? It's got to be something you can do right now. Maybe it's get up and paint a canvas white. Maybe it's get up and clean those brushes. That was always my problem. I left brushes in everywhere. There's something you can do now that will make a difference. You've got to get up and do it. Maybe it's get up and ring somebody and say, hey, so-and-so, look, I apologize for being angry the other day. I shouldn't have said what I said. Or maybe it's going and ringing up your mum and saying, hey, mum, just thought I'd ring you up and tell you that I love you. Maybe it's something like that, or it's something to do with your work. But it's got to do something positive. You've got to make a positive step. Maybe it's sit down and start sketching, just rough drawing, getting things going. You're making a change. You've been nice to yourself. You've talked it out. Now you've got to action on what you've done. You've got to do something more. You've got to do it. It's something you've got to have action with this. Even if there's no response or nothing seems to change, you've got to go and do this. You can't just sit still and do nothing, because now's the time of action. It's doing something you can do. And then you've got to ask the next question for yourself. What can I do tomorrow that will bring continual change to my life? What can I do tomorrow? It's only got to be small. I don't want big things. I don't want doing big things. What small thing can I do tomorrow that will make a continual daily change to my life from now on? Now it could be something like read a book. It could be something like I'm going to go for a walk for 1 hour every day. It could be something like I'm going to stop doing something. It can be something like I'm going to add an extra hour to my painting time. I'm going to commit myself to do the books I need to do that I just don't do. Something you've got to do every day that will continually make change in your life. Life starts with small steps. New life starts with small steps. Big changes in 1 year come from small steps done each day. Okay, so that's what I say to you. These are the things that I would do for me and what I do for me. One, I say, what can I do right now that'll make me feel better? So I go and do it. Whatever that means. Might be ring my daughter or ring my son or do something like that. Write a letter to somebody. I still write letters. Do something like that. Next thing I say is, who can I talk to? I sit down, and usually it's my mother or someone like that. I sit down, imagine them there, and just talk. Just talk it out. Get it out. And then I say, now, what can I do immediately that will make a difference? And usually I sit down in my journal and start writing what I think I should write or talk about or something like that. I'll do something positive. That's what you've got to do. And finally, then, what can I do that will continue to make a change every day of the week? Hey friends, I hope that helps a little bit. I know life's a struggle. I know it's hard. I know I talk about be positive, respond, all that all the time. But I also know that life can be difficult and life can be hard, and there's also tears in life. I get that. Not just smiles. So work hard on yourself and you'll change you and you'll change your world. And I know it doesn't seem easy sometimes, but if it was easy, everybody would do it. Sometimes it's hard, and it's the hard things that make the difference in our life. You have a great Sunday. I'm going to talk to you tomorrow. I look forward to the day when you come and see me here in Galleria de la Isla, have coffee. Remember to reach out and touch people. People are hurting. People are sad. Smiles and hugs are free. You have a wonderful Sunday. Okay? Care for people. Okay? Cheers.